amboina, rosewood, that
Oh,
sort of
very
thing.
good.
Is it?
Yes, absolutely. There's thuya wood, and there is rosewood, and that is probably kingwood. And, they're just all of the new exotic timbers that were being imported from the East and the West Indies, and it was fashionable to show them like this to give this lovely diamond effect on the top. The rest of it, striking contrast, is this very black rosewood. Just a very dense black colour, contrasting at that time with white stringing of boxwood or sycamore, either white or green, and then the black. And so elegant, little taper legs, very smart thing. And then it opens up to make a games table. Now, I've never seen one without a loper. There's usually something to support.
Thomas Sheraton never built a single piece of furniture. He was a designer and a pattern book author. His cabinet maker and upholsterer's drawing book, published in 1791, said the geometry that nameless workshops across England then executed in amboina and rosewood. The original loper, the small pull-out elbow rest the appraiser flags, almost always broke off in the first half-century of card table use. Survivors that still have theirs intact can be counted on 2 hands.
My cousin said that she very well remembered when she was a young girl, her father was playing whist, I suppose it would have been in those days, lost.
Yes.
He was never lose at cards. He had a bad temper, picked up the original playing cards that they were playing with, which had gone with the table always, and chucked the whole lot in the fire.
Oh, how dreadful. What a shame.
So that's sad.
Yes, it is sad. But on the other hand, it's a part of history.
That's right.
And it's a reflection of the times and the character of the person. And as long as you keep the story with the table,
Yes.
you should write that down.
I have.
Well done. But such a pretty table. And with family history, which makes such a difference. Provenance is so important today. It is sufficiently valuable that if it got damaged or stolen, then you should have some form of compensation by insurance. And for insurance purposes, it's £8,500.
Second daughter.
Goodness gracious, this is really quite a discovery we've got here. Well, so you know then the importance that Egan's had with cork and development of the Irish state.
Absolutely. And this is known as Republican silver. And Barry Egan was the deputy mayor of Cork, but he also owned a beautiful shop, silversmiths in Cork. And during the troubled times, during the Irish Revolution,
Yes.
the assay office in Dublin.
The Egan firm had been turning Cork silver since the 1820s when Barry Egan inherited it a century later. He took a Dale seat after the Anglo-Irish Treaty and sat on the committee, chaired by W.B. Yeats, that designed Ireland's first Free State coinage in 1928. The horse half-crown and the wolfhound sixpence both passed under his eye. The National Museum of Ireland holds one of the larger surviving collections of Cork-marked Republican silver. Pieces this size almost never reach auction.
Cork was very much in the hands of 2 camps, those that accepted the treaty and those that didn't. And Cork was in the hands of those that didn't.
That's correct.
And so they shut down all the rail connections and bus and all the rest of it. So he couldn't send the silver to Dublin for marking if he wanted to.
No.
So you're quite right, he set up his own marks, and Barry, I understand, was personally responsible for organising the marks on this piece.
That's correct.
Now, what I have to tell you is that there are only 60 to 80 pieces of Cork Republican silver known.
Oh.
This puts this piece in a very special category. Now, what's the significance of the coins?
Well, when in 1921, when the treaty came about, he became one of the first members of the Dáil,
Yes.
the Irish Republican Parliament.
Yes.
And he was on a committee to choose the designs for the first Republican coinage.
I've never seen a bowl by Egan with Cork Republican marks, but the bowl of this size and this condition, we're talking of quite a value. I think probably £15,000.
Lord. Because it was valued at about
700.
for insurance.
About 12 years ago.
No.
15!
Yeah, as I said, there are only 60 to 80 pieces known, so a lovely big bowl like this is going to be a collector's
This video
dream.
is brought to you by Velco, the antique identifier app. Snap a photo of any item and Velco gives you an instant identification and a value estimate from its database of millions of antiques and collectibles. Available free on the App Store and Google Play. Now back to the appraisals.
Because it's my local church, and this is the original design by C.R. Ashby, one of the most important leaders of the arts and crafts movement at the turn of the 20th century, and it's a design for an organ case.
That's right, yes. The organ case was commissioned by the Harris family, of course, of
the Harris
meat products
of this area.
area.
But Ashby,
Charles Robert Ashby founded the Guild of Handicraft in London's East End in 1888 to teach silversmithing, woodwork, and printing to working-class apprentices. 14 years later he moved the entire guild, about 50 craftsmen with their families, out of Whitechapel into Chipping Campden, a Cotswold market town where some of their descendants still work in the same trades today. The V&A holds Ashby's design archive in London. Commissioned drawings like this one, prepared for a specific Wiltshire family, almost never reach the secondary market.
where did you find this? It obviously looks as though it's been in the wars. It's got.
It has. Well, it was brought. I'm the parish administrator
Right.
for the parish of Carn and Blackland, St Mary's Church, essentially.
Yes, yeah.
And because the humidity levels in the church were not doing the picture any good,
Yes.
it was brought over there.
Yeah. So here is the early 20th century design of the organ case, and this is what it's like in all its glory today. It's an important piece. I don't know of any other organ case or piece of art that Ashby did that is quite like this. I can see a piece like that. It's £25,000.
My word. Goodness me.
It's a wonderful
Oh.
piece. Thank you so much for bringing
Gosh.
it in.
Speechless, that's rare for me.
Take a big piece of cheese to go in there.
He would take a picture. I mean, because it was for Stilton.
Yes, yes, Stilton cheese,
It was a
yes.
Stilton cheese. Do you know anything about it?
Only it's Bajolica.
Oh, you
And the
knew
date,
that?
yes, I did know that.
Okay.
Dated 1875, is it, or thereabouts?
All right. Very clever. You can take over.
Another day.
Why am I sitting here? You know all about it. The unusual thing about it is this knob in the form of a kingfisher.
Yes.
With a fish in its mouth. And I've never seen that before.
Oh, good.
I've seen this shape, but with different knobs. My guess is that they made a run of these and they sent them out to the shops, and the shops said, well, it's very nice, but I'm afraid we've both broken the beak.
Yes.
Because this is incredibly silly.
Yes.
You know, that is daft in pottery.
George Jones founded his pottery in Stoke-on-Trent in 1861 and earned the royal warrant a decade later. Mallorca Revival was Minton's invention, first shown at the Great Exhibition of 1851, but George Jones built his reputation on the most flamboyant figural pieces of the genre. Bird finial cheese keepers were a Jones specialty. Almost every surviving example has a damaged beak, exactly the way this one does, because the modelling sat far ahead of the structural strength of the clay.
One of the problems that
It's got to
cheese-
drop it now.
no, is that they pick up the smell of the cheese, and they pick up the smell of 100-year-old cheese.
Yes. It's been a long time since that's been used.
It's a bit iffy. Not too bad. Sometimes they're indescribable. You take the lid off and it's disgusting.
Well, it must be years since that was used.
Now that has been restored.
Yes, it's got a hairline.
We've got a crack running
Yes.
right the way around there.
Yes, so that's where the value drops us in.
It does.
Yes.
And of course it's been sprayed all over here to try and disguise it. Now the bottom is a joy. We've got a lozenge-shaped mark here, which is the registration of design mark.
Even though it's damaged.
Well, it's worth £4,000 to £6,000.
Oh, is it really? Oh, thank you.
So, did you wear it as a child?
Oh, yes.
So, look, 1750, it certainly would be imperial. It's a lady's robe. A robe of 1750 is a very rare robe indeed. I mean, there are a few survivors. The only other ones I know of this type, you'd have to go to Beijing and you'd have to go to the Palace Museum to see one of these. You know, it really is
Qing dynasty imperial silks survive almost exclusively in institutional hands. A woman's court robe from 1750, predating the Qianlong Emperor's middle reign, exists in single digits outside the Forbidden City's textile vaults in Beijing. The five-clawed dragon motif and the lime yellow ground together mark the original wearer as one rank below the empress, an imperial concubine, or a daughter of the ruling line.
These sort of flame scrolls and the crashing waves at the bottom. So there's a lot going on there. You know, spectacular thing. And then I've just got my little glove here because you mustn't touch these because you can, with a little greasy hand, stain the silk. And if I just pull that back, you've just got this wonderful, rich red brocade inside there. And it's just a fabulous thing. And I just keep coming back to the condition. It is extraordinary. However, and there is a however, it does have a little problem. And that is, if you look at the dragon here, it wasn't intended to be sort of two-tone. What's happened there, I suspect, is that when they've mixed the sort of the gilt on the copper wire...
Most Qing imperial robes in Western salesrooms date from after 1860, when British and French troops sacked the old summer palace and carried thousands of textiles back to Europe. A 1750 robe predates that wave by more than a century, which means its export route was almost certainly diplomatic trade, not military plunder. Christie's Asian art department treats that earlier provenance line as a meaningful price multiplier.
You know, that dragon on the front in that sort of perfect condition. If that comes up at auction, with the way the market is at the moment, I think that would make £200,000.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next. And there are plenty more incredible appraisals waiting for you on the channel. Go check them out.